Dear brothers and sisters, this is Bob Fu. Happy Easter to you from ChinaAid team and from the Persecuted Church from China. Like many of you, in the past few weeks, I have been also spending time at home alone or with my wife and the children together under the term quarantine. And many times I found a little bit feeling of isolation and separation from the outside world. And when I look at the scripture, I found actually it's fascinating that even Jesus himself many times in his gospel ministries chose to quarantine. Sometimes he even self-quarantined for over 40 days. And sometimes he spent his quarantine time with the Father on the mountaintop for some important step of the ministry. As we extend the meaning of quarantine to the Chinese house church, I know many of the brothers and sisters are being kind of self-quarantined in a physical prison cell, you can call it. Some are spending 15 years, 9 years imprisonment just because of their ministry of the gospel of Jesus Christ. And when they are spending their time in the Communist Party's prison cell, in physically, technically, like what we are experiencing, isolation, cutting off, and physical loneliness. But yet, when we see how they respond this time, I see the connection between that and with the gospel. And I want to really, at this week of Easter, try to encourage you that during this kind of physical isolation time, don't forget about the gospel of Jesus Christ. Don't forget that physically we can all being cut off, even from our physical church, and yet the love of God can never be quarantined, and the love of Christ can never be separated. Actually, even when Jesus was experiencing almost the ultimate quarantine, a total separation from the Father's face when he was crucified and being tortured and then tortured to death and buried and total cut off from the Father's face, we know that the eternal hope is right there the Easter Sunday, the day of resurrection. That is the hope. That is the love of Christ ultimately manifest even after this time of quarantine. So I hope this short message can help you also to be an encouragement that after this however long time you and your family have to be kind of isolated from the outside world, remember the love of God can never be quarantined, and nothing, even the angels, even the devil, even the heaven and earth could not separate the love of Christ with us. May the Lord continue to bless you and bless your family during this time of difficulty in our nation and in our world. Again, happy Easter to you all. Thank you.